Oh, good afternoon, my lovelies. I have a new phone, so I'm a little bit excited to play. Okay, wobbling already because I just moved the desk. Okay, so today we're going to make a card. I was having a play yesterday with some new vellum that I've purchased, and I really like this card, and it is actually quite simple to make. It uses only one ink pad, and I'm using Gorgeous Grape, which was also new to me, so I wanted to have a play with it. Then we will be doing a little bit of die cutting. I have the new Vine Designs die set, and I will show you the rest of those, but this is the one we're going to be using. We're also going to cut the flower out. Now you could just fussy cut the flower, but because I've got the dies, I will use the die to cut it out. So if you've got the dies, go ahead and cut that out. And then we're just going to cut out, or I've already cut out, two little leaves to go beside it out of the same die set. So that's the set, to a Wild Rose set. So that's the dies and the stamp set. And they come as a bundle, and then these are the Vine Designs, which come with I think it bundles with a stamp set, but I haven't got the stamp set because I really wanted it just for these, because it has an oval, has this for a sentiment, and then we also have this circle one, but these shapes here will actually cut out of the actual die, so if you wanted to make a gap in the middle or whatever, you can just cut out little pieces. I'm assuming the stamp set would have had flowers to match. I may look at that at a later date. So I am just going to cut out this out of with my big shot, because I am awaiting a Stampin' Up one. Yay! So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so as you can see, I have cut it out, and then there's a little bit of a messy bit, so I'm going to do it onto the paper, and then I can just scoop it up to put it into the bin, but just gently sort of bend it as you move it, and then all the little pieces just fall out. These dies are so beautifully cut in, and my big shot hasn't been working very well recently, but my new die set, this one, and also another new one I purchased last month, it's cutting beautiful. So okay, so just make sure it's all, there we go, and look at the detail on that. I mean, it is just so pretty. Now, if you haven't got these die sets and you want to do this card, you can also purchase from Stampin' Up! the vellum doilies. So, let me just get my purple card again. Oh, not that one for some reason, that one's got a piece missing. But there's that one. And you could get a similar, you know, a similar effect from using one that's already been pre-cut for you. So next, I'm just going to quickly pop this into the embossing folder, and then I'm just going to pop it through the big shot, and I'll be back. So most of this card is basically prepping. So there we go. I think, can you see that texture on there? I'm hoping you can with me lamp. So then we've got that. That will be the card, the back. Oh look, didn't get rid of all my little bits, did I? There's me saying I will. Okay, let me just put those in the bin. So, there we go. All clean again now. So then we're going to take the stamp set, and I have a piece of scrap basic white, and then we're going to start with, this is a 3-layer stamp set. It is beautiful. And with the new catalogue coming out, just saying, you may want to purchase. We will know soon roughly what is going, but obviously if there's a stamp set that you've been umming and ahhing over, you know, you just want to get it now. Because once they announce it, all the ones that are being discontinued will... Oh, that didn't stamp very well. Oh, I know why, because I haven't got my mat. Let me just get a mat. Okay. Let's pop that onto there. Just check that now. No, see, just... This is a new stamp, so it can be a little bit juicy, which is causing it to be a little bit, not smudgy, but... Right, stamp it off, and then just pop it on the card. Hold it for a second or two, and let the ink soak in. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit juicy, just a little bit around the edge, but once we put the 3 layers on, you're not going to see that problem. And it will calm down. Once I've used it a few times, it calms right down. And you can just move the ink around the pad a little bit to try and calm it down a little bit. Let's just get rid of, try and get as much colour off that as possible. Okay, so that one can go back. So we go for the next layer, which is this one. And this time I'm just going to stamp. I'm not stamping off. I have got to remember which way around it goes though. Is it there? Try not to get my noggin in your way. It's always worth actually having a little try before. No, I think it's there, but to be honest, it's a 2-stage stamp, so it looks good anyway. So then, oh, look at that, near perfect. Got a bit of an edge there, but you know, it's a one of a kind. Right, let me just clean this one off with my chamois. Okay, so we're going to put that one back, and we're going to grab the last one, which is the outline. I'm just going to wipe that because it's got a bit of dust or something on it. Now, you'd think that because I did the stamping, you know, no stamping off, and then did the second layer, it wouldn't show this layer, but I think this is more of a solid line. Okay, trying to remember where it goes again. I mean, looking at it, you'd think it would help, but... Oh, there we go. Right. So, try and line it up as best you can. You know, it's not an exact science, but you get what I mean. But look, it is... And then when it dries, it goes a bit more subtle, sort of toned together. So, there we go. Right, that's that. So then, I'm just going to wipe that off. Put that away, because we don't need the stamp set anymore. Move that out of the way. Then we're going to just quickly cut this out. So I am just going to do that, and I'll be back. Here we go. Right, just put the die away. I like to put them away straight away, and then I don't lose the pieces. So pop that over there. Okay, so that can go in my little scrappy box. Now, personally, I'm not a lover of this edging. I'm just going to change the view so that we get in a little bit closer while I just show you what I do next. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not a lover of this white edging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my brush and I'm going to just brush the edges. So get some ink on my brush and then just go around the edge. I mean, you could, you know, you could wipe it onto the stamp set, onto the ink pad, but I like to do it this way because, I don't know, I just do. But it just blends in all those white hard lines, I like to, I normally call them. Some cards I make, I leave it there, and I don't change it. I leave it as it is. Now while we've got the brush out, now which side? That's no, that side. Now I'm going to do the edges of this, which is what I did on this card. So we'll just go around the edge, and you can do it as dark or as light as you like. I quite like not gothic as such, but that kind of Victorian steampunky style. So I quite like, this is like me, and fairies. I love fairies. Stampin' Up! Need to bring some fairies. Definitely. Okay, so that's that piece as well. So we've done that with our flower. Now with our flower, I'm not a lover of flat flowers. So all I do is just go around and just give it a little bit of a manipulate. Give it a bit of a stroke, so that when you put it down, it's not completely flat. So then we're going to take our doily and we're going to glue it down. Now, I'm not the best with glue, I have to say, and I've probably mentioned on every video I've done that I'm not good with glue because I make a mess. Now I'm just going to do some really tiny dots, and when they dry you won't be able to see them. On the outer, some on the very inner, and some on the corners and the outer pieces to hold it down. I don't want it completely flat. I like my cards not to be flat. I'm not a lover of flat cards, flat flowers. It's not me. So I like to have a bit of depth to my cards. So I'm not entirely sure that's enough. So just put a little bit more. So I'll just finish this and I'll be back. Okay, so find your set, find where you feel the center is. You can even use your grid paper, find the middle like that, and then sort of find the middle of your doily, because obviously you have a middle to that. So it's about there, I think. So I'm going to hold it in the middle, and then I'm going to check it. And I think it needs to go that way a little tiny bit. Now, is it even top and bottom? Okay, so then at this point, last time, I just took a block. I'll close that, I'm going to stick my hand in it like I usually do. And I just held it down with the block just for a second or two, because you can see through it as well, to make sure you're not making, spreading glue everywhere. Oh, look at that, I managed not to get glue everywhere. Okay, so then you take your flower, and we're going to pop the flower on the corner, but we're also going to use our little leaves and pop one there. So I've got a bit of paper there, and one there. So what I'd normally do is work out where I want the leaves first, lift the flower up, and then glue the leaves down first. So roughly there. Hold it for a second or two. And then I like to use glue with these because I have a little tiny bit of wiggle room. So hold my flower there again to work out roughly where I want this one. So I want it there. So hold it down, and then with this one I'm going to use some dimensionals, and oh my lordy, I've been using tiny weeny ones because I'd run out of the big ones, and now the big ones seem massive. So I don't think we need very many on this, and if you were posting it I would put more because it'll hold its dimension a bit better, but I'm actually hoping I can see people face to face to give them a card soon. That would be very nice. So we just pop that on the corner. And then what have we got to do now? Oh, yes, sentiment. So bringing back in our ink pad. That will do. Right, so we're going to get a piece, because I'm going to cut it out with, I'm going to use this punch, the Lovely Labels pick, and I'm going to use this one. So it's roughly 1/2 inch, the smallest piece on there, which is about the size I want. So I'm going to measure 1/2 inch. Sorry, go quiet when I'm concentrating. And then we're going to stamp first. Move that out of the way. So get me block. Oh, I really need to clean my blocks again. Okay, so let's get our ink out. And then I don't want to go too far because I might use it for another card. I might have enough left. So stamp your happy birthday. Hold it there for a second. Do not push down too hard because you'll just smudge your... Oh. A piece of vellum. Oh my life. A piece of vellum was on top of the lettering. So we're just gonna do that again. I mean, you know, nobody's perfect. Like I said, don't press down too hard because it will smudge. So we're going to, where's me new snips? I want a dangly. I need a dangly for my snips. So I'm just going to trim that off. Then I'm going to bring in my, and I'm hoping this works because yesterday it was having a bit of a, I think it was the way I was holding it. You have to just try and make sure that you're holding the, there we go, perfect. You need to make sure you're holding the paper straight. So as it goes in, don't let it, because it will wobble inside. So if you can try and keep it straight, you'll get a straight, pretty edge. Like that. So lovely. So there you go. Right, so I'm gonna, I keep saying so all the time, don't I? Have I got much ink? Yes, I have. So I'm just going to brush the ends. And then a quick swoopy swoop swoop across the top to give it that sort of aged look. I'm not a lover of stark white and simple cards. I just can't cope. So this is going to go just here with a couple, maybe 3 Stampin' Dimensionals. Maybe I should have used the smaller ones because I can't straight put anything on straight today. What's going on? There we go, that's better. Right, so just take the backs off. And then we're going to check that straight and push it on. So you can leave it like that and then add it onto your card base. Or you could put a little bit of bling, and have I even got, I don't think I've got any that will actually go on there. No, I haven't. Not in that set anyway. Let's have a look. I am trying to use up all of the old ones. I just, you know, I could just, the ones I used to use before Stampin' Up, I just can't waste them. I just think it's such a terrible waste if you throw them away. Oh look, I've got one on my thumb. Go into the right place. You could put a little tiny bit of bling on, you know. Maybe a couple down here. And then maybe, I don't know, one there. And one over So, you know, just scatter them around a bit, and there you go. And then all I would do is mount that onto a white card, so you'd have a white border around the edge. And I thought I'd cut one already, but I don't think these are the right size, are they? Oh, that'll work, wouldn't it? There we go. These are cardstock that I've had for quite some time. They're nowhere near the quality of Stampin' Up, but if you put in something gorgeous on the top, I mean, well, what does it matter? Now, we're going to put this one on straight, aren't we, Wendy? Yes, we are. So, a little bit of liquid glue on the back. Not too much. We don't want any splodges seeping through the sides. And then we're just going to get our card. I'm going to place that on top. Smooth it. Oh, be careful. Don't do it me. Be careful with your vellum, because you can rip it if you catch it quite hard. I've caught it a few times and it hasn't ripped, but just, you know, just to be aware. And there you have it. A beautiful, oh, sorry, do you know, I keep knocking this thing. I need a new stand that's a bit more sturdy, I think. So there you go. Beautiful card, and it doesn't take very long without all the wittering from me. And there you go. Now you could, I think last time I did a few little swoops on the vellum with me blending brush as well, but I think that just works as it is. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see any more videos from me or be notified, if you press the subscribe button, tap the bell and press all, it will notify you of all videos that I put up. Also, if you are interested, I am going to be doing my first live on Saturday the 20th of March. So today is the 17th. Oh, and today, if you place an order, you can have free shipping. That's right up until 11 PM tonight. You can use my shop below, which I will link at the bottom. Also, I will update my blog very shortly too, to catch up. But if you go through the shop and order, you will get free delivery today on any order over £35. So there we go. Right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon, and hope that you can join me on Saturday. Thank you so much. Bye.